Hey everyone, this is Partha Sudhar, and today we are continuing with the topic counting. In previous sessions, we discussed what is a pigeonhole principle and what is permutation. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss combination and binomial coefficients. Now, first, let us understand the definition of combination. Now, selection of a set of R elements from a set of n distinct elements where order does not count is called combination. Okay, as we know that in permutation here instead of selection it was arrangement, and here in combination order does not count, but in permutation order matters. For example, consider set of letters ABC. Then what will be the combination? AB, BC, and AC are combinations of three letters taken two at a time. ABC is the only combination of three letters taken three at a time. Now see, we have three letters. So what is the main difference between permutation and combination? So just consider we have three letters A, B, C. Now, what is the permutation of A, B, C? Okay, so it will be 3 factorial. It's out of ABC. We want to find the permutation of two objects. So it will be 3p2, and for combination it will be 3c2 that we will discuss just right now. Theorem: the number of combinations of n objects taken R at a time are. This is the notation NCR. In previous permutation it was NPR, so here NCR. That means N choose R. So NCR CNR, or combination, that means capital C and R. And this is also a symbol NCR, and that is n minus 1, n minus 2 up to n minus r plus 1 divided by r factorial. But we will just simply remember this. So n factorial upon n minus r factorial into r factorial. So it means that out of n objects, we want to choose r objects. So that is n3r. And this one is important. Let us take examples. Now, before taking example, this we will discuss what is the main difference of permutation and combination. Now, permutation, that means arrangement, and combination, that means selection. Okay, so suppose just take three objects, that means ABC. Now, if we want to arrange two out of three, so what will be the number of ways? So ABC. So we can arrange in how many ways? That is 3p2. And what is 3p2? It will be 3 factorial upon 3 minus 2, that is 1 factor. So there will be 6 ways. So what are they? So out of ABC, that means AB will be there and BA will be there because it is an arrangement. So AB is also there and BA is also there. And in same manner, BC is also there and CB is also there. And in next, AC and CA. So there will be 6 arrangements. So that means out of 3, there will be 6 permutations for arranging how many? 2 ways. Okay, now in same example, there are 3 ABC, that means 3 letters ABC, and we want to find the combination of 2. So it will be 3C2. What will be it? So that means 3C2. So it is 3 factorial upon 3 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So it will be 3 factorial upon 2 factorial. So that means it will be 3. So the permutation is 6 and the combination is 3. How? Because from ABC, we have to just choose AB. So what would be three possibilities? In permutation, it was AB and BA because we are arranging. And in combination, it will be only AB because we are just choosing it. We are not arranging it. So that means out of 6, there will be 3 will be cancelled. That means 3 cases will be cancelled because of repetition. So here repetition is allowed because it is selecting, it's not arranging. Okay, now let us discuss examples. First, a committee of five people is to be formed from a group of four men and seven women. How many possible committees can be formed if at least three women are on the committee? Again, see, we want to create a committee of five people, and the total numbers are total number is 7 plus 4. So that means total 11 are there, and in which 4 are men and 7 are women. And the question is, how many possible committees can be formed if at least three women are on the committee? Now, here we have at least three. That means we want at least three women in the committee. So at least three women in the committee, that means we can have three, we can have four, and we can have five. So that means here at least is there. So at least means there can be three or four or five. So first, what we will do, we will just discuss all three cases. That means for three women, for four women, and five women, and we will add it. So first, if three women are there in the committee, then the number of ways to form committee are how many ways? See, we want to find or we want to create a group of five people in which the first case is three women are there. Now, total women are how many total women are there? So seven, and out of seven, we want to create a committee in which three women are there. So that means seven choose three or seven C three. Now, the committee is of five people, so how many are remaining? That means two. And we have already chosen women, so that means only men will be there. So out of four, we want to choose two. So 4C2, so 7C3 into 4C2, that means 2108. Now, in same manner, four women. So if four women are there in the committee, then the number of ways to form committee are total women are 7. We want to choose 4. So 7C4 into committee is of 5 people. We have already chosen 4. So only one left. So out of 4 men, we want to choose only one man. So 4C1. So that is 140. And last case for 5 women. So if 5 women are in the committee, then the number of ways to form committee are how many? Total 7 women are there. So 7C5. Now see, uh, we want to form a group of only five people. But we have already chosen five women, so there will be no other possibilities left for men. So it is simply 7C5, so 21. So the total number of cases or the total number of ways will be 210 plus 140 plus 21. That means 371. Okay, that's it. Next, from a deck of 52 cards, a 5 card handle is dealt. How many distinct hands can be formed if there are at least two queens? We know that in a pack of cards or a deck of cards, there will be total 52 cards. Now, we want to create a handle of 5 cards. Now, how many distinct hands can be made or formed if there are at least two queens? Now, this example can also be done as the previous one. Like how, see, there are at least two queens. So in a deck of 52 cards, how many queens are there? So total four queens are there. So how can we solve this just by like previous? That means at least two queens. That means there can be two queens, there can be three queens, or there can be four queens. So we just take three cases and then add it. But here we are doing it in a different manner. So what we are going to do, just we find the total number of cases and minus here at least two. That means its negation is exactly one. So we just take all the cases minus for one queen, whatever the cases are there for one queen. So we will get the answer. Let us discuss. So total possible ways for 5 card handle with no restriction. Okay, so what will be it? It will be 552 C5. That means out of 52, we'll choose 5. Now, if no queen is included, so then out of remaining 48, non-queen cards, the number of ways will be how many? If no queens are included, that means there are total 4 queens, but we have no queen. That means the remaining cards are 48. So out of 48, we will choose 5. So 48, 3, 5. Now, if only one queen is included, then out of 4 queens, how many we want to choose? We want to choose only one. So what will be the cases? That means 4C1. Now 48 are remaining and we want to create a handle of 5 cards. That means 48C4. Okay. So therefore, the final answer, the hand of 5 card can be formed in. These are the total cases minus. This is no queen and this is for one queen. So whatever the answer, it will be correct. Now, what is binomial coefficients? The binomial theorem gives expansion of a plus b raised to n, where n is positive integer. Now, the expansion is like this. We have studied in schools. Now, a plus b raised to n, that is nc0 a raised to n b raised to 0 plus nc1 or n choose 1 a raised to n minus 1 plus b1 nc2 a raised to n minus 2 plus b square, sorry, into b square, and so on up to ncn a raised to 0 b raised to n. That means here a's power is decreasing and b's power is increasing. Now the coefficients nc0, nc1 up to ncn are known as binomial coefficients as they are present in the expansion or in the binomial expansion of a plus b raised to n using binomial theorem. So that is why they are known as binomial coefficients nc0, nc1 up to ncn. No, these two are important formula. Now NCR is same as NC n minus R. NCR is same as NC n minus R. And second one, NCR plus NCR minus 1 is same as n plus 1 CR. And R is in between 1 to n. Both are included. Let us take example. If Cn3, it means Nc3, and Cn plus 2, 3, it means n plus 2, choose 3. And here Pn3, that means Np3. So we want to find n. So here Nc3 plus n plus 2c3 equals to Np3. Now we know all the formulas. Nc3, that is n factorial upon n minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Now this n plus 2 factorial upon n minus 1 factorial into 3 factorial. And what is np3? N factorial upon n minus 3 factorial. Now we will just expand this. How? See, n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 factorial. So this n minus 3 factorial and that one, it will be get cancelled. So what will be the remaining n minus 1, n minus 2 upon n 3 factorial, that is 6. Now the same way here, n plus 2, we want to cancel this one. So n plus 2 factorial can be written as n plus 2, n plus 1, n and n minus 1. So what will be the remaining n plus 2, n plus 1 into n by 6. And in same way here, n factorial can be written as n minus 1, n minus 2, and n minus 3 factorial. So this is the remaining. Now just open this. Okay, so you will get this. So that is 2n square minus 9n plus 4 equals 0. But here, okay, just factorize it. That is 2n minus 1 and 2n minus 4, that is equals to 0. So what will be the n? 1 by 2 or 4? Now 1 by 2 cannot be the true answer because n is some objects. So half object, that is not possible. So n is 4 as n cannot be half. So n is 4. Thank you.